So here comes to bolt. Cosmic Imposter. Get that 7/7 Lovestruck Beast out of here. Get out. Go home. Nobody likes you. Well, you do this otherwise. Okay. Well, the shields are down. We're in a bad spot now, though, so give me something good. How's it going, y'all? Titan Smash MTG. Today we're back with some more MTGA standard action in Kaldheim. Today we're playing some Jund Midrange. This list is one created by Andrea Menguci, so you know it's probably legit here. But basically this is just Jund good stuff. We have a whole lot of removal. We have Lotus Cobras here, so we hope that the whole thing this deck wants to do is turn 2 Cobra. Turn 3 we have a lot of double mana spells, like we can Stomp and Valky. You possibly just go turn 3 Binding the Old Gods, which is really good, or turn 3 Garruk is good. And we're just ramping up essentially to our Goldspan Dragons or Navorian Plexus here, and just playing big beatdown creatures in a rampy shell that has a lot of interaction. Early on in the format right now, it's still kind of hard to know what we're playing against. So again, just kind of playing best of one here for fun, but still played it in ranked. We're like gold 3 right now or something. I haven't played much ranked yet. Just been testing out a bunch of stuff here, but this deck looked really sweet, so I wanted to try it out here. So without further ado, let's take this thing into ranked, see how it goes. Let's go. Alright, first game of the day here is against Alex Midvan. Alex is not a full-size van, not really a small van either, but just kind of a mid-van. Open on hand here. I think this is actually fine. We can Fatal Passage on 1 to play the Cobra on 2. And then hopefully actually hit some lands and go from there. We're playing against Luras. This is probably Rogues. White. So that is probably Cycling. Okay. Well, against Cycling, this may be kind of hard because our clock, I'm not sure if it's fast enough. Here, since they're on that, I'm going to go with the red source over the black there, because if I had to land on 3, I probably just want to play out Bone Crusher to provide a clock. There's a chance also they may play like the Stinger or the Healer, whichever one. They're both like 2 toughness creatures, so let's see what happens. Untapped land's nice too, because we can stomp something in. Okay, so let's get a land. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, that's land. I asked for that. I wasn't quite meaning it that way. I think we still have to stomp this, though. If they just keep, you know, we want to provide a clock, but they're going to be gaining 1 life after everything they play here. We're not going to be able to erase that by the time they get to Zenith Flare range. So, Healer down. Red Sauce. Rescuer. And Cycle. No more attacks for you, Lotus Cobra. Oh, so awkward. I think we got to kill the Rescuer. This sucks. Missing land here was really bad because even, you know, untapped land means we could have done that and then played out Bone Crusher. But as of right now, we're in a rough space. Still, though, if we can just hit an untapped land, we can play Goldspan Dragon and get to attacking. And with Goldspan Dragon, we can attack and then hold up, eliminate, and Heartless Act, which is good. Okay, opponent didn't hit lands here, which is nice so far. Obviously, they could just cycle here and find one, though. Okay, they had it the whole time. They had it the whole time. So, yeah, so this is not looking good for us so far. Missing that mana was pretty rough for us. But, Cobra. Cobra going to bring us home. I just got a feeling. Alright, so untapped lands. So, we Gold Daddy. The Gold Daddy. Ooh. Goldspan Dragon, and I'm attacking here with the Cobra too because I actually don't care if they block this or not. I would actually prefer them. Please? Please. Please, opponent. Do it, coward. Do it, coward. Come on. Okay. Hey, that works out great. We're kind of at the top of our chain anyways. Like, obviously we have things like Vorinclex and Valky that we can get to, or to vault. But I think right now the name of the game is just killing them. And if they're going to be gaining life if they recycle there, that seems like a very odd block to me. But this isn't a very well-known list either. Okay, Rescuer. Not a big deal. Cycle, yep. Don't want to go and kill this Rescuer now. We still need to kind of watch out for our clock too, even though we're probably faster than them. I think I'd go ahead and kill that. The only downside to doing this is this does put more cycling cards in their graveyard, technically, for for Zenith Flare. But I do want to get these Bone Crushers on the ground at some point as well and start attacking on the ground, so I can't just rely on Goldspan Dragon here. So, cycle again. Alright. I could Valky here. That seems bad. 4 mana. I think we're just playing Garrick and making a token. And it's a good thing we stomped when we did, because now the next turn, you know, this thing can get to attacking if we need it to. I'll probably just plus up, though. Give it +3/+3. I think I want to, with 2 mana, I think I just want to play Valky here. Again, just have another attacker. Kind of see what we're working with here. I'm assuming they have Zenith Flare in hand. Okay, so they do have the Zenith Flare and 2 lands. Luckily, no cycling cards right now, so their engine's starting to run out a little bit here, which is good for us. They play land. That's what's annoying, is like as long as they top deck a cycling card, they can just get there. Also, really don't know why they didn't attack. I don't know. Opponent's playing this a little bit strange, I feel like. So here, we'll go ahead. Let's plus up Valky here now. This way, Valky can attack through everything. That is 9, 10, 11, 12. Obviously, opponent can Zenith Flare us, but not the worst spot in the world if that's the case. So we swinging, baby. I'm assuming there's double block there. But if you want to block my Valky, be my guest. Okay, so that's a fair block by them. Okay, so they did have the Cycler. Looks like they hit another land there. So we get him down to 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I say we just get him down to 1 here. And I could play another Bone Crusher. At this point, though, I feel like we just pass turn. Hold up, eliminate. Just anything that's going to get in the way for this next turn. Okay, so they're cycling Rescuers. They know what's up now. I think we're good. Like, because even if a Zenith Flare is here, if they got the Zenith Flare, could you stop, opponent? Could you stop? But they're not going to kill us. That's the thing. So basically, we're going to have to hope we either draw a hasty creature. Actually, Vorinclex. We can't even cast Vorinclex right now. It's unfortunate. They're going to gain life here. And unfortunately, I don't think our clock's quite fast enough to kill them. Let's go ahead and take care of this token just so we have no blockers for this next turn. 13, so we go to 5. They go to 14. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can get them down to 2. We can get them down to 2. So now that was actually a mistake that last time. I should have just played out my Bone Crusher. And then we could have just eliminated this turn and had lethal on board. That was stupid on my part. So for now, lesson learned. Let's go ahead and just play out every damn creature we can. Don't have another one. I still think minus that eliminate there, we played this okay, but I definitely should have played that Bone Crusher when we had a chance. So they're cycling. I'm assuming they don't have it yet because there's no reason you wouldn't just pop it off right now unless you're just a jerkwad. But they are playing cycling. Don't have it. Don't you have it, opponent? Land. 2 cards in hand. If you're just putting, baby, if you're putting Lewis in play, that ain't gonna work. Oh, baby, what is you doing? I don't know why people do this. Like, oh, maybe they had a challenge to get done when they need to play a white or a black source. But hey, 1-0. We climbing through gold. Let me call my mom. Game number 2 against Sundog. I hear they're a Sundog millionaire. We have a Lotus Cobra, heck a lot of removal, and a Vorinclex at the top end. I think this is a Keeperuski, and we hope this is an aggressive deck we're playing against, because this hand will just massacre somebody with like mono red or something. Alright, opponent finally accepts. Temple of Epiphany, so I don't think the Izzet Goldspan list plays temples, so I'm imagining this is probably some kind of control. But maybe it's just an Izzet list playing temples, who knows. Trial, not a bad pickup. We'll go ahead and slap that down there. Okay, so they got a mountain. Very pretty Amonkhet art, I like that. Okay, base Montones. This is definitely not... This is not your mama's Not Yo Mama's Goldspan list. Speaking of which, we draw one here. So we have Eliminate and Heartless Act, which are dead cards against whatever this list is, more than likely. Goldspan and Vorinclex are just hasty beaters if we can actually get there, though. Keyword is getting there, especially on the draw against them. Castle coming in tapped. Scorched Dragonfire. Now, if we draw a 4-drop here, I'll be sad because I can... Well, that's unfortunate. That's really sad, too, because, you know, I always talk about play versus draw. Since they were on the play, they got to do that, and now we're doing nothing here on turn 3. But if this was turn 4, we not only get to play Binding of the Old Gods and take out their Mazemind Tome, but we're swinging in for 2. So just small little differences like that make a world of difference. And then our Lotus Cobra's still alive, which means this next turn, if they didn't have an answer, we could actually be playing Goldspan Dragon. Actually, we could be playing Vorinclex, but we get a landfall trigger. So we could have turn 4 of Vorinclex if we were on the play with what just happened here, but instead... But I mean, that's magic. That's the way it goes. No use crying over to that. Let's go ahead, play Binding. See if we can take this Mazemind Tome out before it pops off for the life at least. And if they counter this, not a huge deal. Obviously, 4 life is a lot for them to gain. I don't like that. They have the negate. And again, you know, play versus draw, and that negate would have been useless right there. So, yeah, we're getting heavily punished. Not by our own fault, though. Just by variance, baby. So they have black. This is Grixis. If we lose to Grixis, we might as well just pack it up and go home, fam. Just tear the deck down. I'll actually write a handwritten letter to Andrea Menguci, letting them know, hey, you lied to me, Andrea. You lied to me. This ain't good. Get them down to 20. Let's go. Well, the good news is opponent has 4 cards in hand. They're about to have 5. Maybe we can start ripping off hasty beaters and, you know, a clock instead of all of our removal here. Extinction event for 1 single Goldspan Dragon. How very Grixis of you. Grixis is never good. They always have to play these super inefficient cards. That do get the job done sometimes, don't get me wrong. So little neat interaction here, if this Vorinclex actually resolves, is it stops them from putting counters on their Mazemind Tome. But that means they can just keep their Mazemind Tome and keep on doing what they want to do here. Which is actually not amazing for us, so... Get them down to 14 here. That 4 life they gain starting to hurt a little bit. They draw a card, EOT. Just leave my Vorinclex alone. If they try to wait and activate Crawling Barons or Chump Block or anything, then we do have this Eliminate, which is good. Eliminate, or we can just Heartless Act and take the counters off of it for the first time. We'll see what happens here. I don't feel good about this one, though. Again, that play versus draw difference there was huge. So huge in this one. Another Extinction event. Oh, Grixis. Yeah, like, opponent's doing all this main phase too. Like, if you need to land there, I understand that. But if not, then that's just not a good play. It's a lot of lands, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of our 15 cards have been lands, so about 60% lands here. Not to mention these 2 dead removal spells against this list. We'll push it out, though. We got a lot of big threats to slap down. Oh my god. Did we really need to go to time opponent to be like, maybe I should play my Ashiok. Maybe that's a good card. I want opponent. Alright, we're going to Heartless Act this. That way we still have Eliminate for the Crawling Barons, and also a Vorinclex off the top means we can kill this Ashiok. And we're still... Yeah, it's not a terrible draw. It's not a land, so I'm not going to complain about it too much at this point. Make a little critter, pass a turn. So if they don't bounce this and they make a 2-3, there's a chance we can eliminate the 2-3 plus up on the 3-3 of ours and kill Ashiok. Actually, if we can't do that because it'll be a 7. We're probably boned here. This opponent, man. So bouncer thing and make us exile our last card in hand is pretty good. They should have known it wasn't anything too important, though, considering we've been just holding mana for this while. Murderous Rider on my Garrick. They're down to 12. They draw a card. Again, they've been very aggressive with their Mace Spine Tomes. Okay, that's a card. One time. Hey, let's get out of Ashiok here, because they can just bounce and make us exile it. Alright, you're saying there's a chance. Opponent has 7 cards in hand, so the odds are not in our favor. But maybe it's just a bunch of dopey. I mean, it's Grixis. Grixis plays a lot of bad cards. Watch it be Extinction Event again. We just get Extinction Evented for the 3rd time on one creature. Oh my god! Come on! Jesus! Only Grixis would play 3 Extinctions Event to kill 1 creature each time and be happy about it. That's Garrick. Look, until the bar closes, I ain't going home. Give me another drink. Give me another drink, bartender. Alright, well, bartender said I need to go home, so we're going to listen to them. 1-1 here with Jund. Let's go ahead and play another. Game number 3 is against NGC. NGC, it's like the budget version of Ninjutsu. This is a hand. Then we play the Fabled Passage here on 1 because I have nothing else to do. And then turn 2 or 3, I can kind of decide what I need to do between my colors. So right now we play this Fabled Passage. Pass turn. Go get a forest. Beautiful old school forest here. Okay, there's land number 4, which is nice. Here, I think we're just holding up Stomp. I can't imagine anything on 2 we can't kill them with Stomp that we would kill with Heartless Act, you know. So let's see what they got for us. So this looks like it's probably Naya Adventures. If that's the case, they don't really play too many things that are Stompy anyway, especially on turn 3. So I think we just play this out now. And especially with another Garrick, I want to just play... I think we just want to play Bone Daddy. And I want to hold this Black Source just because they're not aware of it yet. Because also next turn, say if they play a Lovestruck Beast of their own, we just play Binding the Old Gods, smack them for 4, and we feel real good about that. Okay, Giant Killer. I mean, they hit themselves for 2, so we can't complain about that too much. If I play this, still can't. That'd be 3 mana. I was going to say, there's a chance I could play Lotus Cobra and play one of our cards. With an empty board, I think we just play Garrick, make a creature. Then even if we miss a land drop this next turn, we can still Binding the Old Gods on something. So this seems actually like a really good spot to be in. That's frustrating, but we got a 3/3 out of it at least. Play Giant Killer. Play land. Play land. Okay. Okay. We've drawn about as many Lotus Cobras as we have lands here. I don't think I care about Binding the Old Gods on Giant Killer. So I'm just going to make another 3/3 for now and attack. Get him down to 13. Get a clock on him here. Save this Binding of the Old Gods until they actually have something worthwhile. Because right now, that ain't it. 5 mana. Don't Goldspan me. Okay, that is the second time they've killed a Garrick off for Stomp, which is frustrating. Now we can Binding the Old Gods. Jesus. We can't draw lands to save our life right now, which sucks. There's a chance I would want a Valky here. They have got rid of 2 Stomps, but I think for now, just to guarantee we hit that 5th land, we go ahead and destroy Binding and swing for 6. Get him down to 7, pass the turn. Like, this feels really good against the Naya Adventures list. You gotta imagine if we were actually hitting land drops right now, how good a spot we'd be in. We still got our work cut out for us. Luckily, both of these creatures can just attack in anyways. And we're still missing on lands, which is just insane. A quarter of the way through our deck. So here, do I just want to play Lotus Cobra and Valky? Maybe I want to play both Lotus Cobras. Let's go and play 1, because we do get the landfall trigger. And I doubt they're going to want to kill Lotus Cobra of all things here. We'll get the landfall trigger from Binding. Maybe I'm supposed to play both Lotus Cobras this next turn, or this turn. That way... So here, I'm okay if they, like, pump a Scoos and trade. That's a good trade for me. But maybe I want to kill that now? I think I actually just want to kill that now. Because now they're almost, like, priced into chump blocking with their Bone Crusher Giant. And that's a good trade for us, too. And maybe that's a little bit aggressive on my end. Like, maybe I'm supposed to let them just, you know, block with the Scavenging Ooze and trade. But there's so many more creatures in the bin that they can grow that thing up pretty tall, and I don't want that happening. And with this, we still have the mana for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we hit an untapped land drop, then we can still play Tibalt this next turn. I don't know. We got options for what we want to do here. Love Struck Beast. Well, we can still attack through that because we have Death Touch. That's kind of nice. Are they just dead here? They're not just dead here, so I don't actually think I want to play Tibalt. Maybe I'm supposed to. Let's exile this. I think that's just better. It's just getting rid of all their value here. We can take Kazandu. Because they have to block here anyway, so that Great Henge is not going to come down. Before they draw a removal spell for this, I actually think we just play this, make this Valky a big threat. They can't do anything now, so let's go ahead. Swing here. They've got a double block, or at least single block. But I think if you don't double block, that's just a little bit risky. Are you really going to take that and go to 2? Or go to, if they're going to 1, that is very brave of them. Alright, well. 6. I think we still even... I think we play this. We play this so that way untapped lands maybe just a Tibalt. They can make this Lovestruck Beast really tall. But as of now, they have... Okay, so Great Henge. They have 5 mana left over. Only 1 white source, which is important to know, though. Okay. So they can only play 1 more creature here. So a land kills them. They can't really afford to hold up Chop Down. Okay. Hopefully they don't draw into another blocker here. Looks like they didn't. Cool. There's that land we needed. So opponent is Deadzo here. Let's go ahead and just play Fable Passage. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I was trying to see if I have the mana like do Lotus Cobra, but I think that's just greedy. I don't think they have an answer at instant speed. They can do anything to answer this now. Because we have Valky here, Exile, the Lovestruck Beast, and then even though they gained the 2 from Great Henge, they still take 3 regardless, and we get that dub. So here comes Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. Get that 7/7 Lovestruck Beast out of here. Get out. Go home. Nobody likes you. They can gain the 2 life all they want. Because we swinging, baby. We swinging. Jund Midrange, baby. Let's go. Let's go ahead and play 1 more game with this. Maybe 2. At least 1 more, though. Let's go. Next game here is against Kazuyu. See if we can end this one off on a good note as well. On the draw here, but double Lotus Cobra means... I think we keep this, especially with the double Cobra, because being on the draw, we have another chance to draw a top-end threat here. The Thord, okay, this hand got way better. And we have the Fable Passes, which means if the Lotus Cobra lives, which is very unlikely, but if the Lotus Cobra lives, God, we're drawing some good stuff now. If they just kind of pass the turn and don't do anything here, we could play Lotus Cobra, Fable Passage, Crack the Passage. Okay. This is greedy though, right? Trigger. I'm assuming this probably is Izzet spell. And I didn't want to get too greedy. Like, I know there's a chance I could just go double Cobra and then do her thing here. That seems awful greedy. Well, let's see if we can play a Garrick. Or see if maybe they saw it coming. Lofty Denial. I've not really seen a lot of decks playing Lofty Denial in this kind of strategy, but I don't hate it. So that's probably a Behold the Multiverse they could have in their hand. It could just be a Saw It Coming as well. This is what feels so bad when you're playing against those decks, though. is they just start doing all these things against you. It feels real bad. There's Cobra. Maybe play the Fabled Passage here. Do I just want to play out a Binding the Old Gods just to have it on the battlefield? I don't think I do. Maybe I do, though. Because even just getting the landfall triggers and thinning the deck out a little bit puts us closer to where we want to be. So let's go ahead, do this. Okay, they let that resolve. Pretty smart. Hit it for 2. Alright, Behold the Multiverse. That was one of them. They top 2 there. Not feeling great about this, but maybe these Lotus Cobras just be the ultimate clock that we need. God, when their deck gets rolling, it's so rough. We do have a lot of answers here. We have the 2 different Heartless Acts for their Goldspan Dragon. And Eliminate can kill any shark token they may make. So we have been in worse positions before. So if they just cycle here, Eliminate. I mean, it's a 3-turn clock. Behold again. We're going to try to fight through, baby. We have been frostbitten. Like they have so they play 4 of that too, so now it's a 6-turn clock all of a sudden. My thoughts on this deck overall so far is it's really neat, but sometimes it's kind of awkward being like so removal heavy. This seems like a much better best of 3 list. Like I'm playing best of 1 right now, and I'm attacking into this all day to try to get rid of. Okay, so they cycle for 1 there, so they're still holding up a spell. Let's go ahead and try to stomp that now. Because Bone Crusher's a decent draw here because I can stomp and then hopefully just play it out. And then we do have a somewhat legitimate clock on our hands all of a sudden. Okay. Try to play Bone Daddy. Don't you counter it. Don't you counter it. That's a weird play. Don't you frostbite me. Alright. Bone Crusher of their own. Goldspan Dragon, eh? 5 mana here is so dang awkward. I think here we just play the Goldspan Dragon. But they saw it coming. Okay, but we are starting to get them out of hands here. Words, baby. Get them out of cards here. Okay. That plays. 3 cards in hand. Run out of gas 1 time. Please. Oof. Scry 5, draw 3. So this is definitely like a different bottom 5. I'm more of a high 5 guy myself. I cannot believe that actually resolved. So we'll be getting a treasure token off this no matter what. So now I could Heartless Act or eliminate the Bone Crusher. I think I Heartless Acted now, just try to get that guaranteed 4 damage in. So I need to do this now if I'm going to do it. I mean, this is the name of tempo right here. Sometimes you gotta do stuff like this. It feels a little bit awkward. But, now if they have... I'm about to say, as long as they don't have Frostbite. Frostbite's a rough one there. Still, even with that Scry 5, draw 3, they're down to 3 cards in hand now. They do have the 2 Brazen Borrowers. Now, if they play a Goldspan of their own, we can Binding the Old Gods. Yeah, I guess they're just not finding their Goldspan Dragon, that, or they're being very cautious. So, we play Goldspan. Probably watch it get countered. Doesn't get countered. We get to attack. Because if they just double flash in Brazen Borrowers here, I just kill one. Maybe they just make like a big old shark and then I can just eliminate it or Heartless Act it and that would feel really good. Hey, alright. So, 7/7. Ain't gonna happen, my friend. That's a Heartless Act. Now, maybe I'm supposed to use Eliminate here. and then save the Heartless Act for a Goldspan of their own. But if they play Goldspan and hold it back for blockers, we can just play Binding the Old Gods. So, got down to 4. They still have 2 blockers with this Brazen Borrower, though, which is aggravating. Smashing. Well, that sucks. Okay. Do we actually have the mana to play the backside of this? God, I hope we do. We can actually do this because of the treasure. We have everything but blue, but the treasure gets us that. So, let's play the Prismatic Bridge. A card I did not think I'd be playing in this list right now. Let's go ahead and just play Lotus Cobra too. We got them down to 4, so I think we need to just get a clock on here. Okay. If we can not get this Petty Theft, we could put a Goldspan Dragon off the top of this. We could put a Vorinclex off the top of this. Garrick ain't bad. So now it's awkward because we have to probably plus up on this Lotus Cobra. But I think we got to do it. If they have another Petty Theft, they have another Petty Theft. Frostbite, okay. Yeah. So that's a pretty big feel bad there. We can still do Binding the Old Gods and hold up Eliminate, though. They're down to 1 card in hand now. This Prismatic Bridge is going to keep on putting permanents on the battlefield. So there's the Brazy Bee. Do I do this now with 1 card in their hand? Let's wait, because I may want to do it on that Faceless Haven instead. Because I'm assuming they activate this and attack. Okay. So they probably send both these at Garrick. No. Weird. So I'm actually going to kill the Brazen Borrower, because I kind of want them to fight over this. And if they don't, then they can still... Okay, yeah. Like, I'm very okay with that happening. So that last card has to be Bone Crusher. There's no way you do this otherwise. Okay. Well, the shields are down. We're in a bad spot now, though, so give me something good. Alright, we're going to do one more game here. The end of that one was super, super fun. I started coughing. I choked myself up. I was going to say, the way that worked out, though, to have lethal there was actually really cool, because Vorinclex would have the Binding the Old Gods triggered twice, so we'd get to land on the battlefield, but also Vorinclex would have Death Touch, so the trample would go over and they're dead. This hand is gas. This is a super disgusting hand. So we can turn 2 Cobra, hopefully. If they don't give us anything, we need to stomp. We probably need to stomp that. Drawing all our mana, which is nice too. We just play the Mountain here. Maybe I don't care about this. I think we gotta stomp that. Like, I don't want to. It's not very fun. Like, on the draw, again, to talk about play versus draw, though. On the play, we turn 2 Cobra, they turn 2 that. Turn 3, we play a land, stomp that, and play Valky. Disgusting. So here, I think we're just playing... I'm talking too much and just distracting myself. I could have played Lotus Cobra, played the land, and then played Valky. I was just talking about the missed line that I had there. And so not off to an optimal start here. That is all my fault. Looks like opponent is holding up a stomp here. Seems like the role most obvious stomp to me. So 4 mana. Phoenix of Ash. I didn't know these decks were playing Phoenix of Ash. What a Phoenix of Ash hole. Yeah, so this is awkward now, because now if I do this, I'll have 3 mana. But I think I'd rather just play Garrick here now. And I don't want them to be able to just kill it right away. So I think I actually just plus up on my Bone Crusher Giant here and swing for 7. And this way they've either got to have another hasty creature or, like... Because even their pump doesn't do it here for their Phoenix of Ash. I really just want to force them to, like, hey, if you want to remove this Garrick, you got to really work for it. Glass Casket. Glass Casket is a card. Untap land means that we play Gold Daddy. For a deck that plays Lotus Cobra and wants to hit its land drops, this deck has a very hard time hitting land drops. think I just do this, then hold a Heartless Act at this point. Frustrating, but it's what we got to do. They're down to 3 cards in hand now. Let's go ahead and just kill that. Phoenix of Ash down. Like, playing Phoenix of Ash in a deck that also plays Scavenging Goose just seems very non-bo combo to me. What's follow-up on it? I'll take any land now, even a tap land, as long as I have this Cobra out. And I did specify, as long as I have this Cobra out. Oh. Alright, well, we didn't really play amazing there, but obviously, like, we had a lot of good plays lined up there. Take a look at the deck list one more time. Alright, so we went like 4-1 here in this video, so that was pretty good there. The one game we lost there was kind of close. Overall thoughts on the deck, it seems like it's got a lot of interaction. It's really, really good. It can get kind of awkward sometimes because you're just hoping at the end game to draw like your big high impact cards here. And some of these things feel kind of mopey. You also play, like, it's a good thing you play a lot of removal, but especially in best of 1, like 4 Heartless Act and 2 Eliminate seem like dead cards a lot of times. But overall, deck seems real good. We even got to use a Prismatic Bridge, so I mean, how can we be not happy about that? Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll be playing in JD Greenridge's tournament, the Dab Splash tournament, on Saturday. So that'll be a video. Keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching, y'all. Love ya. Let's go.